Is the room in use? Is the room in use? This is Victor Echo 9 Zulu Papa. The name is Don in Russell-Gornish for the Triple F Net. Is there any emergency or priority traffic for the net at this time? And heard on that. Is there any announcements? Any announcements for the net? All right, I guess we'll get started. It is coming up to 2300 UTC on a Friday night in the CQ Maritimes room. This is Victor Echo 9 Zulu Papa. The name is Dawn in Russell-Gornish, New Brunswick for the Triple F Net. I'll be your net controller tonight. We usually have a topic of discussion for the net, and tonight's topic of discussion: where do you see amateur radio in 10 years? Once again, the topic of discussion: where do you see amateur radio in 10 years? With that being said, we'll take a short standby and see if we have any check-ins. Any check-ins to the net, please come now.
November 1 Charlie Delta, November.
All right, well, hey, it's a start there. We got Steve down there in Florida, November 1, Charlie Delta, November. Come on in, Steve, with any comments for the net.
Hey, good evening. N1CDN and Victor Echo 9 Oscar on this end. Steve down in West Central Florida. 10 years in the future. Gosh, I can't tell. I'm going on a cruise next week, and I'm can't even think past that. I really should take a handheld in my my Arrow satellite antenna with me. I don't know. We'll see how that goes. But yeah, I just wanted to check in. I think you're going to find that your numbers are going to get a lot higher in the wintertime, this time of year. Just everybody's catching what's left of summer, so you may not have a big turnout tonight, but you never know. Hopefully you do. So hopefully the crowd comes in, and I'll head back out to the living room and enjoy the rest of the evening with my wife. And yeah, in 8 days we'll be on a cruise ship heading for Puerto Rico and the Dominican Republic. And they say Nassau, but the weather in the the eastern Atlantic is not looking good. So hopefully they'll divert the ship away from Nassau, because, quite frankly, I don't want to go there. And we'll see where we end up. Back to net control, N1 CDN.
N1 CDN VE9ZB. Roger on everything there, Steve. Yeah, you know, it really is something. The way the digital mode, especially Wires X, has taken off, kind of makes you wonder what's going to be the next generation. That's something that is going to be very interesting. And good stuff on the cruise there, Steve. I'm just curious, which line are you going with? We've traveled on Carnival a number of times, had really good times. Which line are you going with there? Over to you.
Yeah, we'll be on Carnival as well. And I've been communicating with a couple from Acadie-Ville up in near Rogersville, New Brunswick, and in one of the Facebook groups. And they are leaving on their cruise on the same ship tomorrow, but they're doing a 2-week back-to-back cruise. So next week when we join the ship, we'll get a chance to hang out with them and hopefully have a great time. Looking forward to it. We're going to have the the first day at sea is on Saturday, but Sunday is my sister's birthday, so I'm going to see if I can get a whole bunch of people to get together and sing a happy birthday video to her, and then once we get to San Juan, I'll send it to her over Facebook. That'll be fun. Yeah, but we've always cruised Carnival. We're, I think, about to become platinum level cruisers. It's so convenient. I mean, I can literally walk to the cruise ship terminal from here. I mean, it would take me a whole day, but I could do it. But yeah, Tampa has a cruise ship terminal. Give me 2.5 hours, I can be in Canaveral. 4 hours, I'm in Lauderdale or Miami or Jacksonville. So yeah, I have lots of options living here in Florida. So back to you, N1CDN.
V9ZP, Roger there, Steve. Man, you must have quite the pin collection from them. I know they usually give a complimentary pin with every cruise that you take on the different ships. Well, you have fun there, Steve. Enjoy the weekend, you and the missus. Good to hear you there. Thank you very much for checking in, sir. And do have a safe and enjoyable weekend down there in hopefully sunny Florida. With that being said, we're still looking for more check-ins to the Triple F Net here tonight. This is Victor Echo 9, Zulu Papa. The name is Don in Russagornish, New Brunswick. The topic of discussion tonight, where do you see amateur radio in 10 years? With that being said, any more check-ins, please come now.
Victor Echo 9, Mike Oscar.
Victor Echo 9, Alpha India.
Kilo Uniform, VK4KU.
All right, we picked 3 up in that go around, a couple locals and 1 not so local. We'll start at the top there with Malcolm, VE9 Mike Oscar. Come on in, Malcolm, with any comments for the net.
VE9ZP and the group. This is VE9 Mike Oscar, Malcolm in the handle, of course, coming through the VE9 FMB repeater here in Fredericton. Yeah, sorry I missed the first part of the net there, Don. I was sitting here waiting for the net, and I was wondering where it was, and I forgot to turn on the radio. So anyway, the humans are sometimes the weak area in technology. So there you go. So where do I see ham radio? Who knows? I guess. I guess I like some of the digital stuff, and this mode is pretty good as well. One of the digital modes, I certainly like some of the digital stuff in HF as well. So there's lots to explore. I'm sure there's going to be ever-evolving stuff. So I guess it keeps it interesting. So anyway, thanks for calling me in there, Don, and thanks for doing the net. I'll turn it back to you. VE9ZP, VE9 Mike Oscar.
VE9 Mike Oscar, VE9ZP, Roger there, Malcolm. Yes, indeed, the human interface is definitely the weakest link in some respects there, my friend. But no need to worry as to where the net was. We're right here. Hi. Thanks for checking in there, Malcolm. Good to hear you there, my friend, and do have a safe, enjoyable weekend. Up next, we have Gary, Victor Echo 9 Alpha India. Come on in, Gary, with any comments for the net.
Yeah, VE9ZP, net control, VE9AI. I missed the question because I had a phone call and I didn't get what your question was for tonight. So we'll say good evening to one and all on frequency, and maybe you can come back and give me the question.
Well, absolutely there, Gary. No points taken off for that. The topic of discussion tonight, where do you see amateur radio in 10 years' time? Go ahead.
Very good. Well, I guess it's more and more digital, probably. There'll be some new and exciting things in the digital world, so I see us moving towards that. VE9ZP, net control, VE9AI.
VE9AI, VE9ZP. Roger there, Gary. Indeed, I think you're right on that one there. I'm just curious as to how much smaller they can make these darn radios. I know for what they got packed into the 7250, it really is quite a good bang for the buck. And yeah, I don't know if they could make it much smaller and still be user friendly. Anyways, Gary, appreciate the check-in there, sir. You have a great weekend, and we'll talk to you down the road. And now at the bottom of this list, but definitely not the least, we've got Ray down under there in Australia, VK4KU. Come on in, Ray, with any comments for the net.
Yeah, VK4KU. Thanks, Don, for picking it up, and good day to the boys. 9 minutes past 9 here AM on Saturday, so good evening to you boys, I guess. I think the radio will evolve, but we don't want to lose HF or anything that we have in case the digital doesn't work. Now, we have more important things than that, Don. Look out. We've had 3 cruises on P&O Australia, and we've had 19 cruises on Princess Cruises, including leaving from Barcelona to LA and Rome to Singapore and all sorts of places. And well and truly platinum. I've never travelled on Carnival as such, because they've never used to come here to Queensland. But once you get used to all the perks and having your washing done and priority boarding, you usually like to stay put. We love our cruising, but I don't think we'll be doing anything for another year. We've had 6 cruises cancelled already, and the next 4 I think are going to be the same category. And all the time, well, I'm getting older. Back to you. Thanks, Don, for putting up with me. VK4KU.
VK4KU, VE9ZP. Roger there, Ray. Well, it sounds like you're a well-seasoned veteran there, mate. Good on you there. Good on you indeed. Yeah, we enjoy cruising too, but I think we're like you. We're gonna hang tight for another year and see how things unfold. We've recently discovered, actually, just pre-pandemic, we rediscovered Blues Cruise. And there's I can't remember the name of the company offhand, but they do it's called a Blues Cruise, and it's blues rock music. It's just like a floating folk festival. Just marvelous talent. Oh, jeeps. The names were, well, the headliner was Buddy Guy. We'll just say that and be done with it in that respect. But just a remarkable time. A little bit pricey, but definitely something, if you do like blues music, definitely something to maybe check out. Well, good on you there, Ray. Appreciate the check-in there, my friend. And a good morning to you down there in Australia, hopefully sunny. And thanks a lot for checking in, Ray. On the road. So Ray was at the bottom of that list. We're looking for more check-ins to the Triple F Net tonight. This is Victor Echo 9 Zulu Papa. The name is Don. Your net controller. Topic of discussion. Where do you see amateur radio in 10 years' time? With that, check-ins, please come now.
VE9 CD.
Golf a Foxtrot.
Victor Echo 9 Mike Charlie Alpha. VE9 MCA.
Victor Echo 1 Romeo Mike Juliet. All right, had a nice little run there of 4. Starting at the top, we have VE9 Charlie Delta. Jerry, come on in, Jerry, with any comments for the net.
Yeah, V9ZP and the Friday Night Net, V9 Charlie Delta here. Very good, Don. Regarding the question, I'm not sure what's going to happen as far as radio is concerned in the next 10 years, but those who are interested should tune in to the AGM for Radio Amateurs of Canada tomorrow, Sunday. I think that's the 19th, isn't it? Yeah, Sunday, not tomorrow, day after. On that AGM, there will be a discussion on amateur radio research and development. I'm sure that those creative people will be there with their ideas of what's going to happen in the next 10 years. And regarding cruises, Kathy and I have been on 17 different cruises, and we have one planned. If Ray is still listening, Ray, maybe we could meet you. We're going to do a 35-day cruise around Australia if we get a chance to get on the ship. Right now we're on standby. The ship has been booked, and there's a waiting list. We had to make a deposit in order to even get on the waiting list. But we're looking forward to a year from this coming December of a trip all around the great continent of Australia. Back to you, Don.
V9 V9 ZP. Roger. Do you have any comments there, Ray? VK4KU, you still there?
VK4KU. Yeah, good. That sounds like you booked the Coral Princess. Actually, we were parked next to the Coral Princess at Costa Rica when we were on the Emerald Princess. 90,000 tons and only 2,000 passengers if it's fully laden. So you'll enjoy that. I won't be on that one. I haven't booked that one, but there will be a VK4 India Delta. He will be on that one. He has booked it. All right, Don, and lovely to know that somebody else enjoys having chocolates on their pillow and having decisions all day. It's mentally taxing on the ship. Will I get out of bed? What will I wear? Which dining rooms will I go to? What sort of coffee I'll have? Oh, but what entertainment? Oh, it's so difficult on the brain. Thanks, Don.
VK4KU, VE9ZP, Roger there, Ray. Yes, indeed. Yeah, those are stressless decisions that we can definitely take our time in making. Right on. Well, Jerry, I tell you, if you do get on that, man, you are going to have a blast of a time. That sounds like that'll be fair dinkum indeed. All right. Appreciate the check-in there, Jerry, and we'll talk to you down the road. Up next, we have Prince Edward Islander, I believe. George, Victor Yankee 2, Go Fox. Come on in, George, with any comments for the net.
Good evening, Don, and everybody on the net. I'm coming through Charlottetown. I don't know about
VY2GFP9ZP. You're dropping out there, George. I think you got a strong signal that you were dropping out. I don't know if you might need a battery replacement there or what. Try it again there, George. VY2GF.
Okay, it's George again, and I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, caught the first 10, 12 seconds there, George, and then you dropped again. Like I said, though, the signal's good, but it just totally cut. Are you on a handheld? Not too sure on what's happening there with George's signal. We'll give him a few minutes there. Maybe he's just got to do a battery change over there. So we'll take Mike up next, VE9MCA. Come on in, Mike, with any comments for the net, and then we'll try back with George after you.
Victor Echo 9 Zulu Papa with the Triple F Net. Victor Echo 9 Mike Charlie Alpha Portable, going through my node with my $20 computer that I bought at the flea market. I installed the Wires X on it, and I'm checking that out tonight, and everything seems to be working okay. As far as the topic, well, in 10 years from now, I see a lot more SDR radios, software-defined radios, and probably more transmit power on those things. But I think it's like putting all your eggs in one basket. If the internet goes, or if the power goes, you're screwed. You can't do nothing. Whereas if you have an older type radio, you can still operate. So I'm not sure if we want to put all my eggs in one basket, but I think I'm pretty sure that everything's going to go more software related. But like I said, I watched one movie one time, and there was this old Navy ship, and they had a electromagnetic pulse, and it fired all the radios. They went downstairs and took up an old World War II radio, and that's the only thing that would work. So that goes to show you that anything with chips or stuff like that, they're really sensitive to static electricity and stuff like that. So maybe we'll have to resort back to that tube type thing there. Anyway, back to you, Don. Have a good net, and thanks for checking me in and coming through my personal note here, and everything seems to be working. So have a good net, my friend, and it was nice to see you at the flea market. I met a few fellows that I hadn't seen before, so that's good. Like Bird would say, we only saw half a face with all those masks, but he's better than no face. Anyway, 7-3 all. Have a good weekend, everybody. VE9ZP, VE9 Mike Charlie Alpha Portable.
VE9MCA Portable, VE9ZP. Right on, Mike. Sorry about that. I didn't realize you were portable there. I would have called you a little earlier. Anyways, yeah. With the SDR radios, I think he could be right there. I think they're probably going to be in research and development, quite hot and heavy. And yeah, the flea market was really good. It's nice to definitely put a body behind the voice that you hear on the radio. And I tell you, 9 out of 10 times, you always think of the 80 degrees of what the person is. Great on that, Mike. Thanks for checking in. Have a good weekend there. Now let's see if George has got that battery replaced. Victor Yankee 2, Golf Fox. George, are you there? I think we lost him. All right, so we'll go to the bottom of this list for now. VE1 RMJ, Rob. Come on in, Rob, with any comments for the net.
Victor Echo 9, Papa Alpha Lima. Victor Echo 9, Papa Alpha Lima.
VE9 Zulu Papa, VE1 RMJ. To you, Don, and all those on there tonight.
any more to add than what Mike said in another station there just a little bit ago. You know, the SDR technology is probably going to keep getting more affordable and packed into more radios, which should lead to some interesting things, maybe even more lightweight things. I know I have some SDR receivers, nothing that's a transmitter, and of course digital modes and stuff like that. So hopefully, like some other stations have said, we don't forget about the more simpler radios, the analog system. It's good to always have that system as well. But yeah, I guess that's where things would go in 10 years. But you never know. Who knows which way things will go? we'll have to wait and see. But I'm sure the hobby's going to keep growing and getting more and more people into it. So let's see. And technology makes some of that a lot easier for people to get into. So that's great. Anyway, sounds like a great net there, Don. I won't keep it. I'll throw it back to you. And also, this is I got the live stream going there tonight too. So back to you, Don. Everyone have a great weekend. 7-3 VE1 RMJ. VE1 RMJ, VE9ZB. Fine on everything there, Rob. Yes, indeed. And I think for that specific reason is why I'm keeping my Heathkit Hot Water 101. She still works, puts out a signal, and hey, it's part of that KISS principle that I like. Well, good to hear you there, Rob. Thank you very much for checking in tonight, sir, and appreciate the live stream that you do. Very nicely done. Talk to you later, Rob. 7-3 for now. And up next, we have Paul, VE9PAL. Come on in, Paul, with any comments for the net.
Yeah, VE9ZB, this is VE9PAL. How you doing there, on? And Mike and everybody else there on the net. Yeah, in 10 years' time, I think this stuff is going to get popular anyway, but of course they're going to try to make things smaller and more compact, but they seem to be getting better. But when everything goes down, I think it'll be nothing like the old analog, though. But anyway, that's just my opinion. But anyway, you guys all have a great week and take care. VE9PAL.
VE9PAL, VE9ZB. Roger on that there, Paul. Good to hear you there, man. Thank you very much for checking in. And do have a great weekend. All right, Paul was at the bottom of that list. Now we're looking for more check-ins to the Triple F net tonight. This is Victor Echo 9, Zulu Papa. The name is Don in Russell-Gornish, New Brunswick, your net controller. And the topic of discussion tonight, where do you see amateur radio in 10 years' time? With that being said, any more check-ins across the planet to the net, please come now.
VE9 Victor Echo Alpha.
Victor Echo 3, Whiskey Victor Juliet.
Victor Echo 1 Tango Echo, VE1TE. Victor Echo 9 Whiskey India Lima.
Alrighty, picked up 4 more. One at the top of the list there, we have Vern, VE9Z8. Come on in, Vern, with any comments for the net.
VE9ZB, VE9 Victor Echo Alpha. Well, Don, I finally got your attention there. I've been calling in. I don't know what's going on. Anyhow, I rebooted the radio here, the handheld. I give it a on and off thing, and the only thing I might have had to hold the PTT a little longer before I started my voice. That might have been what my problem was. Anyhow, I'm glad you heard me that time. Now I don't have to get up and go into the other computer and radio and check all that out. So, I made it on the net tonight. I'm glad. Anyhow, Don, I just wanted to say a big hello to all fine, upstanding hams on frequency. And, what else? Oh, about your topic for the night there, Don. God knows where she's going to go. With the way it's come over the last 10 or so years, it's hard to say. We might all be up sitting on the ISS and transmitting back to our friends on Earth. So there you go, Don. There you go. So it's going to continue to progress for sure. As long as there's smart people involved with it that can do the work that they've been doing, it's just going to keep progressing. There'll be new toys coming up, and we'll all have fun for sure. VE9, okay, a big 7-3 goes out to all the fine, upstanding hams on frequency. And we'll wish everybody a good evening and a great wake-up call tomorrow. 7-3 to all, 88 to ladies, special good evening to the scanner and the shortwave listeners. We'll turn it back to you, VE9 Zulu Papa, who's doing a fine job as net control from VE9 Victor Echo Alpha. 7-3's on, 7-3's all. Bye-bye.
Fine stuff there, Vern. VE9 VEA, VE9ZP. Well, my friend, if I can hear you, I'll answer you, to quote Foxy there. And yeah, when I heard you there, Vern, no problems, man. So probably just needed, like you said, to boot or kick that software a little bit in the side and get it working. But fine copy on everything there, Vern. Thanks for checking in there, sir, and have yourself a very enjoyable weekend. So next on the list we have, I believe it's Bill, Victor Echo 3, Whiskey Victor Juliet. Come on in, Bill, with any comments for the net.
Victor Echo 9, Zulu Papa. This is Victor Echo 3, Whiskey Victor Juliet. Good evening to all on the net. This is Bill here in Sudbury, Ontario. Not too much to add, just in 10 years' time, I don't know, I would say everything is probably going to be FPGA based, and like the other stations have said, that it'll probably all be software. With the advent of FPGAs, you're able to reconfigure, reconfigure the circuit to do whatever you want. So that'll give amateur radio operators a lot more flexibility in what they want to do. And, you know, with the advent of SDR and, like, software like GQ or RX or something like that, it's the software for SDR on Linux there. But, yeah, there's quite a bit out there. And, yeah. With that said, I wish everyone the best. And I'll be excited to see what happens in the next 10 years. So, any new technology, I think it'll be a benefit to us. Anyway, back to net control, V3 WVJ.
VE3 WVJ, VE9ZP. Roger there, Bill. Yeah, that, you know, it sounds like software is going to be the main driving force in the advancement in that respect. But I'm just waiting for when they get the radios in the wristwatch, in the Apple Watch. Alrighty, good stuff there, Bill. Good to hear you there. Thank you very much for checking in, sir. Appreciate it muchly. Have a great weekend. And up next, we have Murray down there in Keswick Ridge. VE1 Tango Echo. Come on in, Murray, with any comments for the net.
Good evening, Don, again, and all those assembled on the net here tonight on CQ Maritimes. Trust everybody's had a good week and looking forward to a good weekend. You know, with regards to your question about amateur radio in 10 years, just last year I got back on again after about 25 years off the air, and I've seen a lot of changes. And so, like most people have said here this evening, is that probably SDR radios are going to be pretty well commonplace. I mean, they'll still have the superheads out there, but SDRs, I've got one now. It's just a hybrid SDR, but it works fabulous. very impressed with it. But I still think we'll still be doing analog signals. We won't be doing everything over digital, but we still will do analog signals with sideband and CW, because I haven't seen since I've been away, I still, listen to a lot of CW, and there's a lot of sideband going on. So I think that will carry on. I think you're going to see, like you said, on the wristwatch, the Dick Tracy watch, where you could actually talk on there using either VoIP or maybe even an FM transmitter or UHF. But also, I think we're going to see more interfaceability with radios for networking and for remote operations, where you, like in your house, like for example, I have a network in the house, and I can network the radios onto that and actually do remote operations with the system. So I think you're going to see more of that. So, and there'll be probably more digital modes that folks will come up. Anyway, I think I'm coming past my my watch time here. So anyway, with that, Don, I'll turn it back to you and say 73s to all. Take care. Thank you. And we'll talk to you later. VE9ZP, VE1TE.
VE1TE, VE9ZP, Roger there, Murray, fine on everything. Yes, indeed. Thanks a lot for checking in there, sir. I really appreciate it, and do have a great and safe weekend. And down at the bottom of this list, we have Victor Echo 9, Whiskey India Lima. Will, come on in, Will, with any comments for the net.
VE9ZP, this is VE9WIL. Yeah, I don't have too much opinion about where things are going. We obviously, SDR is the market forward, and probably going to see more miniaturization in the radios. Probably more integration with the internet. People want to do that. Yeah, it's going to just be like that. 10 years is a long time. You never know what's going to happen, and it might be that electronic radios, electrical radios, will be more popular because they're more durable for emergency use. So, could go either way. I'd say SDR would be the dominant feature. You, VE9ZP, this is VE9.
VE9WIL, VE9ZP, Roger there, Will, fine on everything there. And yeah, it's going to be very, very interesting, I think, as to, how the technology evolves and what direction it does go off in. Good stuff there, Will. Appreciate the check-in here. And, hey, you're 2 for 2, just like Murray. Good stuff. Will was at the bottom of that list. So we are looking for more check-ins to the Triple F Net tonight. This is Victor Echo 9, Zulu Papa. The name is Don in Russellgornish, New Brunswick. You are net controller. The topic of discussion: where do you see amateur radio in 10 years' time? With that being said, any more check-ins? Any more check-ins? Please come now.
Victor Echo 9, Oscar Sierra Kilo.
Victor Echo 9er, Sierra Delta Hotel, mobile.
All right, picked up a couple there. We've got one mobile there, Victor Echo 9, Sierra Delta Hotel, mobile. Come on in, Scott, with any comments for the net.
Victor Echo 9er, Zulu Papa, Victor Echo 9er, Sierra Delta Hotel, and group on the net here. Great to hear you there, Don. A little late getting off work, so I just keyed in through the VE9 SUX repeater. Interesting question. I've only been at this for just over 10 years, and I can't believe how much has changed. And I would even say in the last year, COVID was part of the impetus for me to get together with the newer technology, with the hotspots and things like that. I was home and thinking about stuff, and I had time on my hands, so I ordered my little hotspot from China, and it's just amazing what you can do now with a radio. And here I am with the FTM 300 mobile. So it just blows me away. So I can't even imagine, really, Don, what the next 10 years is going to be like. But I do agree with some of the guys that were talking there just before that probably connected. I did see maybe this is interesting information. I did see that that Apple just recently lost an attempt to keep their App Store closed. So that's going to open up some things, and maybe Apple products will be using tested technology, which prior to this they wouldn't allow for experimental. So maybe we'll be going there. We'll see how it goes. Back to you, Don. Great to hear the net and all on frequency. VE9 SGH mobile clear.
VE9 SDH mobile, VE9 ZP. Roger there, Scott. Hey, that's going to open up a whole new venue, I think, for all the experimenters out there, and it should be interesting. That's going to be really interesting. Good stuff there. Good to hear you there, Scott. Have a great weekend. Thanks for checking in, sir. Up next, we've got Oscar, VE9 OSK. Come on in, Oscar, with any comments for the net.
VE9 ZP, VE9 Oscar Sierra Kilo. Good evening, Don, and everybody on the net tonight. We're doing fine. We're still at the Yacht Club in Shediac there, working 4 to 12 and on my handheld. Technology, yes, it's quite a leap. I remember when I started in the 90s, they used to say not to get rid of the old 2 types radio, like I had a Heat Kit 101, just like somebody mentioned earlier. Because the nuclear attack was going to wipe out all the transistors and that, so I guess it's just showing you so far so good it didn't wipe them up there. Nothing besides that. They're just hoping all the technology is going to keep coming along. We like the fusion stuff, and it opens a lot of doors there. Seven trees down. Thanks for calling me in, Victor Echo 9, Oscar Sierra Kilo from Shediac tonight.
VE9 OSK, VE9 ZP. Roger there, Oscar. Yes, indeed. That was actually me that you heard talking about the Hot Water 101. I'm looking at that set right now. She's still operational. But I exercise the tubes every now and then just to make sure that things are still in working order. But other than that, I'm on my FT897 or my 7250, which I'm on right now. Well, Oscar, appreciate the contact there. Appreciate the check-in. Do have a great weekend, and good to hear you from the yacht club there. And with that being said, Oscar was at the bottom of that list, so we'll look for more check-ins. More check-ins to the Triple F Net tonight. This is Victor Echo 9, Zulu Papa. The name is Don in Russell-Gornish, New Brunswick, your net controller. And the topic of discussion, where do you see amateur radio in 10 years' time? So with that being said, any more check-ins, please come now. Oh no, folks, that's a whole lot of silence. We still haven't heard FOX yet. I wonder where Curtis is. Boy, oh boy. All right, we'll put another call out for any more check-ins to the Triple F Net tonight. Topic of discussion, where do you see amateur radio in 10 years' time? Any more check-ins to the Triple F Net, please come now.
V9 OR.
The number is
All right, we picked up a couple more there. We picked up Charles and NZC. So we'll start with Charles, or VE9OR. Coming in, Charles, with any comments for the net.
Hello, Don, and everybody listening. This is Charles V9OR in Fredericton. And just thought I'd pop in and say hello. And I enjoyed the Flea Market Hamfest thing over in Moncton this past weekend there. And nice to see a lot of people. As far as where the future's going, well, tough call, but it's a really guessing game, really. But I think it can be what we make it to an extent, where people can come up with innovative ideas and sell them to the manufacturers. I think they can be more apt to produce some new and interesting products. So I think there's lots of opportunity there. And of course, miniaturization and so forth, and more features for a given product and so on. I like to see some radios that work on some additional bands, like the 2200 meter band, for example, or the some more 900 megahertz stuff, etc. Anyway, all the best, VE9OR.
VE9OR, VE9ZB, Roger there, Charles. Fine on everything. Yeah, that definitely is it's a definite possibility as to the way things might go. Well, thanks a lot for checking in, Charles. Missed you on the analog side there, sir, but we got you on the digital side, so that's a good thing. Have a good weekend there, Charles. Thank you very much for checking in tonight. Up next, I believe it's Nick, VE3 November Zulu Charlie. Come on in, Nick, with any comments for the net. Got a little blurb there, Nick, and then nothing. You were a little bit garbled there too. Try it one more time there, VE3NZC.
And I'll send it back to net control.
All right, Nick, VE3NZC, VE9ZB. Well, we got you that time. You were still a little garbled, but we did make out about every third or fourth word there, so we got the gist of it, and we got the 73s there. I really appreciate that, Nick. Thanks for checking in, sir. Hope you get that issue sorted out, and we'll look for you next Friday. So, with that being said, Nick was at the bottom of that list. So we're looking for more check-ins to the Triple F Net tonight. This is Victor Echo 9, Zulu Papa. The name is Dawn, with the little fly bugging me here in Russellgornis, New Brunswick. Topic of discussion for tonight is, where do you see amateur radio in 10 years' time? So with that being said, any more check-ins to the net, please come now.
VE9 Zulu Papa, VE9 SEH Mobile, recheck.
Go ahead for the recheck there.
Net control, VE9 SEH Mobile. I just wanted to let you know, Don, I heard Aubrey in there, VE9 OL. I believe he was in there on the last call out there. Back to you, VE9 SEH Mobile player.
All right, Scott, appreciate that much. We'll see if we can pick him up here. V9OL, Aubrey, are you there? If so, come on in there, sir. I'm not getting a blip there. VE9OL, VE9OL. Aubrey, are you there? VE9ZP.
He's a 1, not a 9.
Thanks. I don't know, Scott. VE9SDH, are you picking him up there?
Negative on this, negative right now there, but I did hear him there before, and I think VE10R might have just spoken there. I think Aubrey might be a VE1OL. Sorry about that. VE9SDH clear.
All right, Scott, no problem. Yeah, we got that corrected there. That was actually my bad. I've got Aubrey down here before. I should have known that. All right, we'll try one more time there for Aubrey. VE1OL. VE1OL. Go ahead with any comments for the net there, Aubrey. I'm not picking them up, and I'm not getting anything on the front screen here in that regards. But anyway, Scott, if you heard them there, we'll put them down in the book for a check-in. That's no problem. So with that being said, any more check-ins to the Triple F Net? This is Victor Echo 9, Zulu Papa. The name is Don in Russell-Gornish. Tonight's topic of discussion: where do you see amateur radio in 10 years' time? So with that being said, any more check-ins to the net, please come now.
Victor Echo 1, Zulu X-ray.
All right, we got one more there, VE1ZX. Come on in, Brad, with any comments for the net.
VE9 Zulu Papa from VE1 Zulu X-ray. A very good evening, Don, and very good evening to everybody on the frequency there, and good to see everybody at the flea market there in Riverview. Well, I just hope I'm around the next 10 years here, Don. Aye, to see what's going on, but I would say probably more digital and on there, and that's about it on this end. 19 degrees here along the Minas Basin here this evening. It's quite a nice evening here, but I see the barometer going down, so something headed this way. Thanks, Don, for checking me in, and thanks for doing that. V9 Zulu Papa, VE1 Zulu X-ray.
Alrighty there, Brad. VE1ZX, VE9ZP. Good on that there, Brad, and I think you'll still be around here, my friend. Us good folk, we don't leave too quickly, that's for sure. Hi. Anyways, appreciate the check-in there, Brad. You have a great weekend, sir. Hope the sun shines down on your neck of the woods there in Parsboro, and we'll talk to you down the road. So Brad was at the bottom of that list. We're looking for more check-ins to the Triple F Net tonight. Anybody, anywhere? Topic of discussion: where do you see amateur radio in 10 years' time? So with that being said, any more check-ins to the net anywhere on the planet? Come now. Well, that sounds like a strike to me. We'll throw out another pitch and see if we get anything happening. Any more check-ins to the net tonight? Any more check-ins to the Triple F Net tonight? This is VE9ZB. The name is Don in Russell-Gornish, New Brunswick. Your net controller. And the topic of discussion tonight is, where do you see amateur radio in 10 years' time? So any more check-ins, call up number 2. Any more check-ins, please come now. Working on 2 strikes here, folks. We got a dance here this Friday, September 17th, 2021 on the Triple F Net. The last chance to dance. The topic of discussion, where do you see amateur radio in 10 years' time? Any more check-ins? Any more check-ins? Please come now. Well, that's 2 strikes there, folks. So we're going to close the net tonight on this Friday, September 17th, 2021. I'd like to thank everybody for checking in tonight. I hope everybody has a really good weekend, all 19 of you. And with that being said, we'll be back, same bat time, same bat channel, or rather same bat room, next Friday. So 7-3 all on frequency, and take care. This is Victor Echo 9, Zulu Papa, returning the room back to regular usage. 7-3 all.
Yeah, nice job you did there, Don.
Thank you very much, Vern.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Don. All the best to everybody. V9, we're clear.
Thank you. Oh, by the way, too, if anybody does have any topics of discussion that they would like, for anybody still in the room, you can email them to me at donve9zp@gmail.com. Once again, any topics of discussion that you'd like put on the net, you can email them to me, Don, Delta Oscar November, VE9ZP@gmail.com. 730